Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. And maybe you guys noticed I've been trying to talk more about taxes in the most recent videos because you guys have requested it a lot. And even though I'm not a US citizen, I try to figure these things out to tell you because I've noticed they're, first of all, very difficult, and second of all, very freaking expensive. It's very heavy stuff. Now, there is some stuff we need to know about Ethereum 2.0, but also the idea that this is kind of a privileged problem, right? We're crypto holders. We're like the first 0.1% of the world to actually go for all of this. And this is kind of a luxury problem in a certain sense. We're busy with these taxes while most people even don't know what crypto is. And we're trying to pioneer this because there's not even a proper framework. It just hit me in the head this morning where I'm like, 99% of the people have never thought about this because, first of all, they have never gotten to deal with it before, or they can get an accountant to fix it. But even us, finding an accountant that understands crypto properly is very freaking difficult because the government doesn't even understand it properly. And the fun thing with taxes is always like, they could just tell you exactly how much it is, but they're like, no, you know what, you file it and we know exactly what it is, but we'll just check if you did it properly. If it didn't and you made a mistake, yeah, that's your fault. You're going to get fined for that. But no, we can't just tell you what exactly you have to pay because we'll calculate it and not tell you. We'll just calculate to see if you did it right. It's always that way, right? And by the way, we're doing a 100 XRP giveaway if you want to enter. All you have to do is press the like button, subscribe, and comment something down below. It's that simple. And also, guys, check out the Discord link in the description below. By the way, we only give it away if we had 1,000 likes, by the way. Just a very important part. These tax things, I've been so excited about them as well because it just made me realize once more how early we are into all of this, yet also how annoying they can be and how careful you got to be with transactions, at least in the US, as a lot of these things can be classified as like new money or something like that. Let me just quickly show you guys the quote that I found really, really fascinating. Let's see quickly. I also posted it on Twitter a little bit earlier here, but let's see this one. So I think most of y'all have heard about Ethereum 2.0, right? I think most of you guys have. That's the new beacon chain that was formed for Ethereum, turning Ethereum from a proof of work to a proof of stake. Very popular, very in the news right now, and I've talked about it a couple of times already. Chandrasekhara added that he doesn't expect any clarification from the IRS anytime soon about what exactly Ethereum 2.0 classifies as and how it's all going to be working, how staking works properly and all of that. Some say, well, it's just income. Some say it's just capital gain. It's a little bit of a crazy situation. However, how does changing your Ethereum 1 to Ethereum 2 work? Because theoretically speaking, Ethereum 1 and 2 are the same thing. They're both Ethereum, yet they're quite different, right? Because it's looking like a completely different coin to a certain degree, and it's pretty different. You guys get what I'm trying to say? So, in a blog post on the issue, he pointed to another possible taxation question surrounding Ethereum 2, namely whether or not Ethereum 2 is distinct from Ethereum 1. If they are in fact distinct, Chandrasekhara asserts then converting Ethereum 1 to Ethereum 2 in the same way that you exchange one fiat currency for another could be a taxable event. There isn't much clarity on this either. Per the official plan for the three phases of Ethereum 2.0, the pre-2.0 version of Ethereum will eventually be relegated to a shard chain, which will run in parallel with other chains on Ethereum 2.0. But the question of whether or not there's an actual currency exchange happening somewhere along the way doesn't have a clear answer for now. At least, even though it may have a clear answer for all the programmers amongst us, it doesn't have a very clear indication for the IRS, at least, Because even though programmers may say, well, this is different than that, so it shouldn't be taxed that way, maybe the IRS and their guys think about it very, very differently. And it's just one thing you got to consider, that these guys are looming. And I personally don't know how bad the IRS is when you don't understand. And so you can't just pay more than you have won, sort of, right? Where you're taxing yourself like 3 times on the same amount of money. So you're just taxing yourself to death, sort of. I don't know how understanding they are of those consequences. I personally think they don't really care. It's like, oh, you tax yourself 3 times. All right, let's add a 4th one because, well, fuck you. That's kind of what I feel like they are. But I don't know. Maybe they're very understanding and they will do crypto properly. But chances are they're not. So be careful with doing crazy things. And be careful, I guess, with cashing out even, because they have some crazy freaking rules. And again, guys, I'll update you more as I know more. I just wanted to share this one because I thought it was very important to understand that some transfers of value or some new chains and things like that may be taxed very, very annoyingly. And there's also this bigger question going on right now about how crypto should be taxed. And there are definitely some changes coming, at least to the clarity, which again may be coming in the next 6 to 8 weeks, like we talked about earlier in a video. But if that will be in terms of taxes, that I did not know. But I think we will be getting clarity as the year's end comes closer here, or the start of the new year, as I think the tax has to be paid. I don't know exactly when, but in a couple months from now, you can still extend that as well. So you still have some time to find a good accountant maybe, or I don't know. It's just a very annoying situation, yet I also think we can't get over it if we just wait out properly, keep looking out properly, and help each other out. Okay, so if you're an accountant and you know about this type of stuff, join the Discord, help each other out, because I'm not one, and I'm just trying to figure it out, even though it's not even my taxation system, because I'm not from the US. But I'm going to try, all right? I'm going to put a lot of hours in to get this stuff done. But to not get further astray from my 1% point, this stuff, guys, it sticks in the brain, all right? I'm telling you. This sticks in the freaking brain that right now 1% balance is 82,000 XRP. I think eventually this 1% balance will either be a lot higher in terms of XRP, or at least right now 80,000 XRP is already, by the way, like $50,000. And eventually that 1% is going to be going to, let's say, 1 million. Nah, okay, maybe not 1 million, maybe like $400,000 at least, like 10 times higher than it is right now. At least, right? Because 1%, the 1% of the network, sort of, in terms of accounts, is only $50,000. That doesn't seem right? A 1%er shouldn't only have 50,000. It should be way higher than that. In the US, the wealth as well, it's crazy high if you start to consider what the 1% is. And the same thing's going to happen to crypto as things kind of line up eventually. If you consider the 1% of a company, most of the time, if you got a big company going on, a huge company, the 1% of the holders is a freaking ton of money, right? Because it's yeah, you guys can understand that. I think you guys can understand how much the 1% would normally have. A lot. And with XRP right now, we're just at the start where it's only a couple $1,000. And even the 10% here, the top 10% of the accounts have 3,000 XRP. Again, times 0.6. I don't know exactly how much that is. 60% of that, you guys just calculate it for yourself right now. It's very simple, but I'm just too lazy. The thing is, though, I find it so... It's about 1,800 XRP. It's pretty crazy to understand how... no, sorry, guys. It's $1,800 I meant. It's pretty crazy to consider that such little amounts of money is already the 1%. And also, the fact that this is only just the start of something way bigger. Let me kind of rephrase that. Right now, I kind of feel like just we're 1% of a world. And if you have 80,000 plus XRP, which I think the majority of people won't have, but let's say, 10% plus, you're a 10%er of a 1%er. You guys get that? So we are 10% or 1% of the world. And within that 1% of the world that's holding crypto, we're still in the top 10% if you have at least 3,000 XRP. That's kind of crazy, right? If you start to consider. Again, you don't have to buy XRP. Please, guys, these videos are not to make you buy because, well, I see no incentive in you doing that because of me. You make your own choices and you're hopefully a grown-ass man or woman or something else. So, make your own choices. But I'm just saying, I feel really privileged to be this high up, right? To be at least, and I can tell you guys honestly, I have more than 3,000 XRP. You guys may know that. I have more than 3,000 XRP. You may honestly know that. And I'm definitely not in these top layers. Understand that. Why? Well, guys, you always got to consider, first of all, diversify. And, well, where are you going to get the money from, right? Money doesn't grow on trees. Yeah, but yeah, that's just a side note, right? We're still in the top 10%, which I think is already perfectly fine. I'm extremely happy knowing that we're in that. And hopefully we're going to be staying in that as well, right? The top percent. And this top 10% is ultimately going to be a lot of money as well, personally, I'm thinking. Rumor about partnership between Ripple and Western Union resurfaces. The XRP community speculates on a possible Western Union and Ripple partnership after a CNN interview with CEO Brad Garlinghouse. XRP is used by many companies as a currency, according to Garlinghouse, and Ripple CEO has given an interview to CNN. He spoke about the emergence of crypto and their adoption during the pandemic. However, it was his response to the question of a possible partnership with Western Union that has drawn the attention of XRP community. Garlinghouse evaded the question of Julia Chatterley if the rumor is true and simply stated that Ripple has a policy of talking about their clients when they feel ready. And thus, that's once more another hint that Ripple has way more partners than they say they do, but they're not letting us know just quite yet. I've told you guys this multiple times. They have more partners than we think, but they just don't let us know And that's that whole content strategy plan that they've had for years now, where they show us only whenever they feel that's the best time, right? We talked a couple of times about why do they do these strange things where they publish them at, for us, odd-sounding moments. It's because they thought about that for a longer while. I don't believe Ripple just posts them whenever they kind of feel like it. They're like, okay, you know what? Let's just announce a partnership because we got it. No. They get the partnership. 3 years later, they're like, okay, today might be a good day to, yeah, let's do it. All right. And then all the Ripple members all just go to Twitter to flock it or something like that. Because of Bank of America, they just added it to the website 4 years after they first started talking. That's pretty weird, right? A year at least, maybe 2 years later after they already got the partnership going. That's odd. Some users claimed that the reaction of Ripple CEO could be part of a strategy, while others speculated about whether the recent sale of their shares in MoneyGram is related to the potential partnership. For now, everything remains a speculation. However, one community member said, if they weren't deep in connection with Western Union, which we know they are, I mean, they already got connections to Western Union for years now. The question is just, do they have an active partnership? Because Ripple has connections to Western Union. They've had it for years. We know that. But do they have an active, hopefully XRP partnership? That is the big question for me. Ongoing discussions, tests, working with them to incorporate features/requirements. I imagine his answer may have been very different. He basically just went, I can neither confirm nor deny that rumor, which I think you guys know from a... I can neither confirm nor deny that rumor. That is a very popular saying. According to Credit Suisse research published earlier this year, Western Union was studying the potential of XRP and was testing use cases with payment solutions offered by Ripple. In 2019, a Western Union executive stated that the company will use crypto if they provide or prove to be cheaper alternative to improve their services. And thus, they are excited for it, guys. They are. Which still may be that it might be coming. Bitcoin price prediction. Family who invested everything sees 200K Bitcoin by value in 2022. I keep thinking about this one. I kind of almost dreamed about it last night. I was like, these guys bet their everything on crypto to get to the freaking moon. They sold everything. Everything. And they're hoping out for the moon. It's kind of like they're freaking, greedy to a certain degree, right? Because they sold everything. And I kind of am questioning how much they've sold now and how much they're just selling on a daily basis, because we all know they bought when it was $900 per Bitcoin. So they have a lot of money right now, hopefully. Since if you sell your house and it's worth $300,000, you got yourself let's say almost 400 Bitcoins, or maybe let's say 350 Bitcoins, and you bought more in 2018. It's a lot of money. But I'm kind of wondering how they are selling it. That's one thing. And also, if you're still going on with the wave while you're already living the dream life, it's kind of greedy, right? You kind of should back out around a little bit and go back a little bit. Maybe make sure your kids are good, to make sure, because if you've gotten everything in Bitcoin, it's kind of scary, I think. However, to a certain degree, if they're so adamant about it, then they already took the chance, then why not leap forward and go with it? I would definitely leave 80% in or so, but maybe take some out for your kids to be good, if you guys get me, right? Don't go for that scary route. However, the whole story says they're traveling around the world, visiting 40 countries, yada, yada, yada. And so I'm not saying they're suffering, but I'm just thinking about it. Nobody's going to ban Bitcoin, acting banking controller Brian Brooks. Acting controller of the currency at OCC, Brian Brooks, assured the CNBC host that Bitcoin will not be banned and a lot of good things for crypto will happen soon, and he may know. All right, we're focused on not killing this. Nobody's going to ban Bitcoin. Very, very positive for that one to come out. I shared this video earlier. And I think since he is very positive about crypto under the Biden administration, a lot of guys are as well. So is Ripple. So I think things will be good. I'm pretty excited about it. And also, funny enough, I'm showing you guys the charts right now for everybody watching in the car. Every time we see a bullish pennant being created on XRP or XLM, it breaks out to the downside. Is that not kind of ironical how every single time that happens? It's like we have like a 10 out of 10 right now for how many times this goes on. It's literally 10 out of 10, I believe. It just happens every single time, and it's I find it kind of funny. I don't know. I just think it's kind of interesting. However, again, we may not even be done with the pennant. It may be that this is the way we're going. However, I don't think so. I think the perfect one was just like that, where it's really closing in. And this one seems a little bit less likely. However, it is still possible. On the bigger part, though, it doesn't really look possible. So, yeah, but that was interesting. Hopefully, you guys all enjoyed this one. And I'll see you guys again in another crypto video. Make sure you join the Discord and see you guys.